My name is Tamara. Accelerate refuses to give me any extra gigs or to promote this show, and you are now watching the Yellow Wall. My name is Tamara, and welcome to yet another episode of the show that this Accelerate refuses to promote like that, even though they have the money for it, the Yellow Wall. My name is Tamara. Accelerate TV has refused to give me any other content apart from this show and Shade Corner, even though I do write too. But it's okay. Welcome to the Yellow Wall.
Table the matter, still an butter with this pure water, but no be me go judge.
It's only halfway through the first month of the new decade, and I personally am already exhausted. 2020 has already shown that it's going to be quite a lot. Australia is suffering from terrible bushfires which have displaced many and killed around 500 million poor animals. Back here in Nigeria, the movie Sugar Rush was banned in cinemas because it was risque and had some lights officials in it, and it's actually a very good film. So of course Nigeria had to Nigeria it, and whoops. Oscar 2020 nominations came out, and surprise, surprise, people of color and women were edged out of the competition. And you know it's definitely racism because a whole Beyonce was not even nominated for best song. That's just disrespectful. And just as I finished recovering from that blow, I learned that Akon of Locked Up and Lonely fame has gone back to his village and decided to build his own city. This might sound like I'm trying to tell a joke, but for real, the president of Senegal gifted Akon with a bunch of land and he's going to use it to build a town called, and I say I'm not joking, it's called Akon City. And if you think that somehow, what's even somehow is that the city is going to have its own currency called, I'm so sorry because it sounds like I'm taking the piss. It's going to have its own currency called A-coin. Do you see what he was trying to do there? A-coin. How does that even work? So you go to the supermarket and say, can I buy this bread for 68 coin? It doesn't. Anyway, on top of all that, Trump has finally done his worst. And now, this year, we might be looking at World War III. All of this, and it's still only halfway through this never-ending month. Personally, what makes all of this worse is that while I'm thinking about all of this and wondering if a bomb is going to fall on me or my friends, everyone else is tweeting and Instagramming the usual New Year's bans. Everyone is talking about achieving goals, finding love, and making this the decade of their lives. And I feel bad because I've not thought of any of that. Instead, I've been in the corner Googling how to survive a nuclear apocalypse. But it's okay because if you're anything like me, I've come up with a plan for us all. Which brings me to today's topic, how to cope in 2020, aka the year of chaos. Step 1, accept Nigeria. You people know that if there's one thing in this life I love to do, is to abuse Nigeria. The governments, the industries, the people, the men, the governments, and all of it is stressful, and I love to call them out. But this year, I'm going to be kinder to my country because, to be fair, right now is better than most other places. England is so low-key racist that Meghan, the whole princess too, did papers and is off to Canada. Australia is on fire. America and the Middle East are about to go to war, and Europe and everything in between is going to be caught in the nuclear crossfire, so shaking out for them. So really, if you think about it, Nigeria is the place to be right now. Or anywhere else in Africa, Sha. Kenya, Angola, even Akon City. Sha, the point is, this year, less complaining about Nigeria, less vexing, and more making it work for us. Full disclosure, I might change my mind about this tomorrow and encourage everyone to run to Canada. But for right now, I'm pro-Nige. Yay. Step 2, find someone to talk to. Starting the year out with all this unfortunate news is bad enough. Add that to all the New Year pressure and stress. Add that to all the New Year pressure and stress, and sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming. This year, please dear, mental health is key. I know a lot of people are ready to kill the new year and crush it and blah blah blah, but there's also a lot of people that have no fucking idea how to even start the new year. And when you're in that confused state, it's easy to get a bit down. The key thing is to make sure you have someone to communicate with. Because if you stay in your head and overthink about your life and the war and all the scorched baby koalas in Australia, then you will just go crazy. It's no good to anyone, so find someone to talk to share your fears, to bounce ideas off of, just to even vent to. A friend, a lover, a psychiatrist, me, not me. Just don't bottle your 2020 fears up. Let it out, handle them, and keep it moving. Step 3, a marriage. Every year, at least 500 billion Nigerians get married. I don't know if that's statistically true, but that's what it feels like. It's only January and I already have about 60 close friends trying to tie the knots this year. I don't have up to 60 friends, but that's not the point. As a Nigerian, no matter how badass you are, no matter how feminist you are, no matter how rich you are, at some point, it's all a little stressful because either you want to marry and there's no one in sight, or maybe you have no desire whatsoever to marry, but your family won't stop asking you about it, or maybe you've even been in a relationship for 100 years, but they are not really sure if you want this to be your forever person, but everybody else will keep making marriage goal jokes. It's just there's always people disturbing you. And I know more than a few people who have let all the marriage stress get to them. There are people in this your Lagos, across Nigeria, who are dating and getting married and making babies just because people pressure them into it. This 2020, I banish such nonsense. You people should stop being in relationships and getting married for the wrong reasons. Don't marry a man just because your grandma won't leave you alone. Marry for love or money. And if you are single, I beg, stop killing yourself looking for the perfect husband. I know people who go out and meet their perfect spec, like he's tall and he has a beard and he has no hair and he looks great, but they won't go near him because, oh, he doesn't look ready to marry. Listen, date who you want, sleep with who you want, live your life, Jerry. And if you marry, cool. If you don't marry, it's even better for your skin, so also cool. That's actually a fact. Look at all your single aunties above the age of 50. Compare their skin to moms. I don't know any lesbian that looks stressed out. They are all glistening. Step 4. Don't be In this year of confusion and stress, everyone is going on about achieving their goals and being better to themselves and general self-improvement. But have you thought about how you're going to be better for the world? I understand everybody's trying to live their best lives and focus on me and just do me. But at the same time, dear, try and be better in a way that isn't about you. For example, give to charity. Give to causes you believe in. All of you have been posting Australia on fire since morning, posting animal, posting this. Have you contributed a dime to all the relief efforts out there? Of course you have not! This year, instead of simply reposting, get out there and try to actually make a difference. You'll feel so much happier. Actually, you probably won't, but you would have done something good, and it's good karmic energy. It's good. You would have saved baby animals. It's good. Step 5. No stress. See, my key mantra this year is to avoid any and all forms of stress. I advise you all to Marie Kondo your life, not just your possessions, but your whole life. That is, if you look at an aspect of your life and it doesn't bring you joy, throw it. Your boyfriend, your job, your house, your hair, even your mom. If it's stressful and does not bring you joy, throw it the hell away. Worrying about things can't bring anybody any form of joy. So if you're worried about something that you cannot control, do like how the Academy Award people did with all the POC films and throw that away too. In this year 2020, the year of chaos, you cannot come and go and die. So enjoy yourself, stay stress-free, and wait till the West finishes themselves with nuclear weapons and we here become the new world power. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really feeling this year so far. However, I refuse to sit in the funk and I'm determined to rise up and make 2020 one of the best ones yet. For those of you who have set 1 million goals and have all these plans and are going to crash this year, well done. And for those of you who are like me and still trying to figure their shit out, also to you I say, well done. And that brings me to the end of the episode. How's 2020 treating you so far? Tell me all about it in the comments below on our various social media platforms. And I actually legit read like every single comment, so do tell me because I will look at it, I'll read it. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to Accelerate TV for more of our stellar content. My name is Tamara and I'll be back in 2 weeks with more from The Yellow Wall. Why don't you people make me do this show every week? I want the money. Let's do it every week. I'll be back next week with more from The Yellow Wall. Amen. Bye.